how to check soul codes. So the way you check soul codes is to look deeply, to basically close your eyes, look deeply within your mind, and absorb the knowledge hidden within the core of your mind, and connect it with your soul, which sounds complicated, or maybe it sounds really simple, but when you center your body, let me sit on the ground. Let's sit on the ground and talk about this. A coconut tree behind us. Sitting on the grass. So let's take a meditative stance. Right? Let's try to center our mind and imagine a glowing sphere in your mind. And imagine lights shining. You actually got it, so I don't worry about it. And imagine light shining onto that glowing sphere in your mind, and just sit on it for a while. And you'll feel slightly differently. You won't understand what you learned unless you talk with your higher self. But what we just learned just now was that only 30% of you are able to do it, because I'm taking a test right now as well, and seeing what looking at my followers. Only 30% of you are able to do it. And if you're having a block when doing it and you're unable to understand if you did it correctly, you should look at whether your right eye or your left eye is, don't worry, I'll tell them. Basically, if your left or right eye is changing color as you look at the golden light. So if you feel your eyes tingling or changing color as you look at the golden light, it means that you looked at the golden sphere in your mind wrong, and it's going according to some other person's plan. No, you don't have to revoke all contracts. Don't worry. I'm just telling you, I'm talking about higher self. You don't have to revoke all contracts for it to change. But what you'd have to do is you'd have to, Jimmy, part of it is actually revoking all contracts that you have, so you can actually access your soul codes willingly. Because sometimes soul contracts actually do get in the way of you looking at your soul codes. But you have to be you have to be careful whether the soul codes you're looking at is actually, whoa, oh shit, I got pinched by something in the grass. What the fuck? This grass is actually lethal. There are mushrooms in this grass too, hopefully psychedelic, so I can consume them later. This is like the new plot of land family one, but it's fine. So what was my original train of thought? Do you have to revoke all soul contracts or revoke contracts to get your soul codes? The problem is sometimes you shouldn't even be looking at your soul codes, because it destroys the meaning or the purpose that you came here for. If you don't if you understand, you're supposed to not know to learn the lesson, right? So that if you learn it with foresight, sometimes it dampens the actual learning experience of that lesson that you came here for karmically. But try that golden ball method in the center of the head, center of the brain, and if you can download soul codes that way. Another way is to just look at the sun and just download your soul codes that way, and just recover your lost, I don't say lost consciousness, but to raise your consciousness. Look at the sun when it's setting and when it's raising up, when it's rising. When it's setting and rising, look at the sun. Another way would be to just close your eyes. Let's say it's like 12 p.m. in the day and you're like, shit, I couldn't show up for the morning, I couldn't show up for the evening. You can look at it during the middle of the day but close your eyes, because if you look at it directly, you're gonna burn your eyes and you're gonna go blind. I've actually done that before, just because I was like, I'm gonna definitely make it more spiritual if I look at it straight in the eyes. I burn my eyes. Don't do that. Just keep your eyes closed. It'll go through your eyelids and still connect to your eyes, and you'll still be able to get what you need from the sun. So there's that. What else can you do to actually level up your soul codes? You can practice yoga. Yoga is very good to balance the body and balance the mind. It can actually help you establish a better connection with yourself and your Atma. What else? Try to think of other things. If you to revoke the soul contracts, you can just say like a month or a daily every single day. I revoke all contracts that are not in my best interest, or you can just say I revoke all contracts in general once per day as you wake up, or let's say after you wake up, or before you go to bed. This is a prayer, and you can do your nightly prayer so that you have protection in the astral world, because there are many astral entities these days that are trying to suck your energy, drain you dry, and try to harm you. These reptilians, these shadows, these draconians, all of these evil beings that must be eradicated off the face of the earth because they're evil. Well, some of them are all. I have a feeling that not all of them are evil. There are some good reptilians, I think. I'm not sure. I genuinely don't believe that, but I think some of them are good. I still would just be suspicious at all times when dealing with them. There might be one or two good ones out of like 1,000. So like 0.2% ratio, some shit like that. So yeah. What other advice can I give you guys? Grounding. Don't forget to do grounding. Grounding is very important. If you ground, you will be very healthy. You'll be very strong. I've seen people put copper wires into the ground and connect it to their bed so they can sleep while grounding. That's a very good way to stay healthy. If you can do that, if you have the ability to do that, just get a stick, wrap up copper wire around it, and make sure it connects to your bed, and you have like some aluminum or something on it, on the bed, so you can connect to it, or so you can lay on it, and generally you'll be making electrons charge your body, so you can be constantly doing oh namaste to yourself like a real baller. But yeah, that's a small lesson for today. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.